Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If y'all hear a baby playing, Mason is up. I tried to film this while he was taking a nap, but he didn't want to take a long nap today. Maya is actually still asleep, and it is 12:16 in the afternoon. My 5-year-old is now a teenager, almost a 3-year-old, but my 5-year-old is now a teenager, I believe. But anyways, in this video, I wanted to talk about when you hit that deployment wall and coping and dealing with deployment. I know it's different for everybody and everything like that, but I wanted to come on here and share 8 tips that I've came up with, and I kind of got a few thoughts and ideas off of Pinterest to do. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. In any certain order, they just kind of like as they came to me, or something like I saw it on Pinterest, like, oh, that's a good idea. Like, yeah, that's something, you know, just stuff like that. The first thing on my list is work it out. I know it gets very overwhelming being alone during this time and everything, and tensions can rise between you and your spouse. So I feel like for me personally, I like to figure out exactly for sure what it is I'm mad about. Like, I'm not mad that he's having to work all the time. I'm upset that I don't get to talk to him as much as I'd like to, for example, something like that. And then I like to let myself feel what I need to feel. Like so let's say right now I got upset and sad. I'd let myself feel it for the rest of the day or whatever. But as soon as I wake up the next day, I try to not deal with it anymore, let it go. It's not existed anymore. And that doesn't, that doesn't always work, but it does help, and it does work most of the time for me. The second thing on my list is finding the joy in the small things. And by that I mean, if you enjoy taking baths, a glass of wine a day, or something like that, something simple, reading a book, whatever it may be, I think doing that once a day if you need to, or as often as you need to, is really good, because you do need to take time for yourself and have like small things to look forward to. That brings me to my next point, make goals. I suggest, or I personally like, I should say, making small goals, as in like cleaning out a closet, deep cleaning a room, things like that, just something small, cleaning out your car, deep cleaning your car. That way you kind of have like little bitty goals that you are reaching that makes you feel good, because I feel like a lot of times during the my next point is talk and think positively. I strongly believe like the way you think and the way you talk affects how you mentally and emotionally feel. As in, like, instead of being like, oh, my husband's deployed doing all these things, he should be here helping take care of his family, you know, which everybody has those feelings. If you have them, you're not alone. But instead of being like, my husband's overseas helping others who's not able to help themselves the way that we are, like, I don't know, I just feel like if you think positive and talk positive, you feel positive. So there's that. Spend time with others. I highly suggest this, and this doesn't mean just the people in your house. Like right now it's just me and my 2 kids, so I mean like your mom, your friends. I think it's very good to rely on a small support group. Large or small, don't matter, mine's small, but I think it's good to get out and talk and actually be a human, instead of just, not saying being a mom's bad, but just to be able to have other human interactions, like adult interactions, I guess, not human. But yeah, I think being around other people every now and then, even more so if you need that, just because that's going to help you get through, just at least get through the day faster. My next point is take care of yourself. You can't take care of others if you are not okay. So like I was saying before, if you're having a day where you're not feeling the best, things are getting to you, feel it. Have that day, because I feel like if you don't process and work through the emotions, then it's just going to drag on and drag out longer. So you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, having that glass of wine a day, that bath, whatever it may be. You got to make sure that you're taken care of to be able to take care of whoever. If you have kids or anything, if you don't, then that's fine. But to be able to be there and be responsive and everything to your spouse. This one I saw on a video a while back before my husband was deploying. I was kind of watching some deployment videos, and one of the girls, she said to count weeks instead of days, like on a countdown calendar, instead of being like, oh, there's 100 and whatever days, 200, whatever it may be, 27 weeks, anything. So I feel like to me that smaller number makes it not feel as like so drastic, so long. But even though it is the same amount of time, it just, I don't know, but for my head it kind of works. It makes me feel a lot better. But if you're the kind of person who'd rather have the days, then maybe that works for you. But to me personally, I count weeks instead of days. My last point is hang on, you've got this. Either way you look at it, if you try to be positive or you try to be negative, either way you've got to go through it. Like, it's here, it's time, your husband, wife, whatever it may be, is deployed, they're gone, there's nothing you can do about it. I used to get really, really sad and upset when Spencer would have to leave, and I'd get depressed, like I wouldn't want to move, wouldn't be able to do anything, and that really affects me and our relationship and then him over there. So I feel like if you try to just be like, okay, either way I got to get this done, might as well get through it happily, or try my best to get through it happily. To me, I feel like that's the biggest thing, is just like, you've got to do it, might as well try your hardest to do your best. And as long as you try your hardest, I honestly think that's all you can do. Those are all of my 8 things for dealing and coping with deployment. If you have any other ways of coping and stuff, I'd love to hear those down in the comments below. If you have any video suggestions, I'd love to hear those down below as well. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. But y'all have a great rest of the day. Y'all have a great rest of the day.